with you how ancient Hawaiian mana'o, our way of seeing, our way of being, is connected to modern technology. And what's very popular right now, quantum physics, quantum healing, and quantum entanglement. So it's a very, very exciting marriage, I would say, the marriage of those two. And so I'm going to share my screen. There we go. And offer my presentation. Quantum healing, where ancient wisdom meets the future of science. It's been a very exciting journey for me in terms of empowering the people to live a happier life, a healthier life, and even quantum mastery. So I am Kāhealani Satchtananda, and Satchitananda is a Sanskrit term. So we hear a lot about solfeggio frequencies and the Sanskrit frequencies, and even the Hawaiian language is a language of vibration and frequency. So Satchitananda is a Sanskrit word. It means the indwelling truth, light, and bliss of your individual soul. I was given this name while attending UC Berkeley, where I majored in sales and marketing with a pre-med minor. And I ended up applying to law school and dental school at the same time. And I chose dentistry. So I have a Doctor of Dental Surgery degree from 1980, by the way. And I became one of the pioneers of holistic dentistry. And that's where I was first introduced in 1980 to the idea of frequency. And I also became a licensed spiritual therapist, a Science of Mind, or the Center of Spiritual Living practitioner of the technology of prayer, how we can speak the word and heal, how we can speak the word and manifest. So that is from 1980. So I've had an amazing, amazing journey. I'm also a holistic practitioner and a frequency expert. I have studied frequency for 40 years. And even back when I was doing dentistry, I used frequency devices to put on the root tips of the different teeth, because the teeth were related to different acupuncture meridians. And we wanted to look from a more holistic perspective, mind, body, and spirit. So coming to me, instead of doing the root canals, which I did do some root canals, however, before I would use frequency to bring balance back into the cells at a cellular level. So it's been a very amazing journey of moving in to how to see this world from a frequency level. And it's been amazing. So I am a cross-cultural practitioner and elder, and I am committed to my own transformational walk and to the transformation of the world. So I wanted to know how this life works. And so I'm very excited to join Chi Life and to even create a Chi Life Center here in Hawaii. Who has been to Hawaii? What have you felt about being in Hawaii? Many tell me that when you step off of the plane, you can feel mana, you can feel a frequency, a healing frequency. And we can talk about that because ancient Hawaiians understood, they were the quantum physicists. They understood the energetic connection of all of life. And so they would not place one seed in the ground without being in harmonious courtship with the divine. And that's why when they were building the when they were building the altars or the walls, they would not move one lava rock without getting permission because they understood quantum connection, quantum entrainment, quantum entanglement. And that's what we really want to understand. So academically, I have my achievements and my degrees. And from a Hawaiian perspective, when we introduce ourselves, we introduce our lineage. And I love using visuals. And at a later date, I'm going to teach a whole vision board, not like any other vision board, but from a frequency level, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so rather than teach you something intellectually that just goes in as an intellectual concept, that is one level of teaching. And it's a needed level. However, in my journey, I have found that when we learn something intellectually and we don't digest it, we don't apply it, it can be created as a blind spot. And we think we know, and we don't know. So I want to, at this moment, just allow you to feel the presence of my teachers, my mother, Auntie Myrna Simeona, E. Haleakala, Papa K. Kepolino. And even as a child, I was raised through the Episcopal Church with Queen Emma. And you will see in the background, that is my granddaughter, who now the baked knowledge that I have, I am sharing with her at 10 years old. And so we were there to when this ceremony was for Queen Emma. But just feel the presence. So here we understand that everything in life is mana, is vibration. We got that from Einstein. And Tesla, if you wish to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration. So the secrets of the universe are upon us. Chi life. So it is said that once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. That is a truth, that we are connected to the universe and that we're in right relations with the universe, and that every thought is created. Every thought is creative. So I want you to just breathe in, and as we connect, this can be things you've already heard. However, my daughter says that I speak 100 languages, all in English. So we want to sense and feel these mighty, mighty truths at a more subtle level, that every thought is creative. This is very, very important. And so, are you a human being having a spiritual experience? Or are you a spiritual being having a human experience? And here, hu, H-U, is a syllable of God, of divinity. Are you a spiritual being having a God-man experience in this lifetime? So I will say that we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And what does that mean? Because I learned this back in 1977. However, and I believed it in 1977. However, I wasn't having the experience of walking as a divine being, having an experience of creation. And so a kapuna is a respected elder who has learned from their journey in life, not just getting older, but truly learned from their journey in life. And one of the greatest gifts that was given to me by my kumu, by my teachers, is that we want to walk through this world witnessing without judgment, observing, zipping the lip, meaning that what you think you know, let's put it on hold, because there may be something else you're supposed to see. There may be something else out there. Zipping the lip, feeling what you're looking at, feeling whatever that feels like. But before you write a meaning on it, you go within and you ask, divinity, source, God, whatever you want to call it, you ask divinity what you are to see, what you are to know, and what you are to learn in order to expand and grow into greater love. And that's what your raison d'etre, that's what your Kāhealani is in this lifetime. And so I don't just repeat intellectual truths. They're all out there. They're already all in the books. I've learned that we want to digest these teachings. And so I find it very interesting that this cardinal is feeding his mana. So words matter. Hawaiian words matter. And so mana is this life force energy. It is the chi. It is the shakti. And it is also digested food. So the red bird is chewing up and digesting the food and then spit feeding it to his mate. And that's how I feel. In my journey up the mountain, I've gotten my knees skinned. I've had all kinds of traumas and challenges. And I have learned exquisite knowledge in this baking process. And now I have this digested mana that I am here to feed to you like pearls of great price, to save you a lot of trial and error and reading this book and doing this thing and making mistakes, learning. When you receive, and that's why I love frequencies, because I have coached people for 40 years. And of course, I've grown as we walk up this mountain of life. Okay. And therefore, I can teach even the same words, but from a different frequency, from a different level of vibration. And that's what makes this whole play of consciousness so delightful to live. We live at a very exciting time that could look like a not so exciting time. And that's because we are growing as a collective consciousness. We are also growing. And so there are laws of the land that most of us have been taught through schools, through society, through the government. We have been taught these rigid laws of the land. However, I'm a survivor from the Lahaina fires. Things happen. What do you do when things don't go the way you want them to go? And it's really interesting because I was teaching my 12-week course right at the time of those fires. And a part of that course is how to conquer crisis, challenge, and change by choice. And then the fires happened. So they got to see me in action with this digested food, of which I highly recommend. And so teaching that, it only takes 21 days to change a habit. However, in my observation, even from my dental practice, I noticed that people would take all these workshops and things, get brilliant ahas, but it would take more like 4 years to install one aha. And that's why I created my inner movie method manual to really extract the most important, efficient ways of healing. And the frequencies just make my job a lot easier. So the frequencies heal the disturbances in the glass of water. You have muddy water and you have kind of like a lot of gunk, and the frequencies can come in and dissolve those out. However, my manual teaches you how not to pour muddy water back into the cup. So they go so well together. So the universe is asking, show me your new vibration, and I will show you miracles. The truly rich person is the one who is in contact with the energy of love every second of his existence. And so it's so wonderful for me to connect with you and to let you know how much I love you. Love is the healing power of this universe. And as we line up in right relations, that love becomes authenticity. And those are the two most powerful forces in this universe. And the chi coils can shorten the length of time to get there. It's most amazing. I did it the old way. I had to write affirmations 1,000 times on so many books and things. And I had to commit to do that work. And now we have the G coils. So it so supports you reaching your highest destiny. The kahuna of Molokai are seers. This was the way of the ones who know separation and believe in no division. There's a book called The Tales of the Night Rainbow. And the night rainbow is real. This was right on Saddle Road here on the Big Island. So there is so much more to life than we've actually been taught. In the beginning, God. Frequency. God is a frequency of love. God is love. And love connects us all. We are connected. And this is what we have known intellectually. And we're just now growing into the experience of understanding quantum connection, understanding quantum entanglement. And that's where some of the secrets to success lie, in understanding our own power. God is a frequency that exist within you. Just breathe that in, that God or the divine or the Shakti or the life force or the quantum or the Great Spirit, the Most High, whatever name you want to put on it with your own breath. You're breathing in the Shakti, the Chi, the frequencies of the Most High. And this power in the universe, you are one with this power. And you cannot be separated from it. You are a wave of the ocean of grace, one and the same. The chi, the energy, the frequency, the vibration, the Shakti. And so here we have so many people talking about, oh my goodness, there's a matrix and we've got to break out of the matrix. And they didn't tell us the truth. It is true, we may not have understood the truth, but ancient Vedic texts teach that this is a play of our consciousness. It's a play of the mighty I am. And even the whole world is a stage. So we have an opportunity to truly shift who we think we are. Create the life that you want because you are creating the life that you are living. I see. Let's don't skip by this intellectually. Let's digest and chew. What if the presence of God is living through me? What if in Hawaiian, we call it Vai Lua? And I didn't get a picture of that slide. I will for next time. Vai Lua. The living waters divides into two. And as we do that, we understand that we are a toroidal field ourselves. We are a toroidal field of energy. You are the quantum. So it's not like you need to break out of the quantum. You're it. This is a perfect universe. It is mathematically exacting according to your frequency. You are the quantum. You are the answer. You are the medicine. And your mana matters. Your Shakti matters. Your chi matters. And what you do with your chi. So the whole world is a stage. It is a play of consciousness, and it's consciousness driven. So this is the subtle secret of who we think we are. And I remember when I was playing chess on Venice Beach in California, this homeless guy, and I pray for him every day because he said a quote that I teach from 40 years later. It is so beneficial. Be who you is, because if you ain't who you is who you ain't. I love that statement. Be who you is. Be who you is. Because if you ain't who you is who you ain't. And that's the contemplation. That is the inner work that we must do. Because if you have any health issue happening, any financial issue happening, any relationship issue happening, it's because somewhere there's a disturbance in the force, and you are first cause, which makes you so powerful. Because if you can create it, not knowing what you were doing, what can you do if you know what you're doing? And that's when it gets very, very exciting. So can I get some input right now? I'd like to ask what you see in this slide. Yay, you studied. Yes, it is a cosmic joke. Yes, our Merkaba field, our toroidal field. Honestly, it's our only field. It's the quantum field. And we're in charge of it. So we're all walking up the same mountain of life, no matter what country you come from, what race you are, what religion you are. We're all walking up the same mountain of life. And our only goal of life is to take care of our quantum field. That is your kuleana, to take care of it. It's not to give opinions about what other people are doing. Okay, so I had a slide on, let's see. Yes, yes. Let's see. Okay. I want to go back to this slide. And thank you, thank you, thank you. We're right on the money. We're right on it. And we just need to know how to voyage through. And I like to support you in using the coils and changing your thinking, putting those two together, and then giving birth to your highest vision, because that's what you came here to do. So I want you to look. Let me see if I'm missing anything else here. When I'm doing the slides, I can't really see your, let me go back. Ta-da! Your comments, but I will check in. So please, in the chat, just tell me what you see in this slide. Okay, I'm gonna stop the share and let's see what you see. Okay, yes. Aloha, aloha. Okay, so let's look at this. I want to make a really good point, and we're all right on the money. We're right on the mark. Let's see. So I fancied up this slide. Now, can I still move my slide? How do I? Okay, there we go. All right. So maybe you can see it a little bit better on this one. Tell me what you see. And yes, the privilege of a lifetime is right here and right now. Okay. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. One of the greatest teachings by John Bradshaw back in the 80s, he said that we could live and die never having seen our own kingdom. And when he said that, I got the most guttural pain in my na'au, that is not the way that I want to live my life, that I could live and die never having seen my own kingdom. So that, ole, I'm waking up. I'm gonna knock on all the doors, of which I did. I studied the 5 major religions books with a fine-tooth comb. I went from here to Timbuktu and had the most incredible dissension. The heavens descended the most blissful light upon me. So I have searched probably for many lifetimes to understand the game of life, not just to play it, but to win it. I am in it to win it. I teach you to be in it to win it. So what we're looking at right here, some people see sacred geometry. Some people are able to see that the gold, those are auras, those, this is you. This is you. I want you to go home tonight and look at this slide over and over and over again and say, I am that. I am. So that is you right here, sitting, watching this webinar. That's what you really look like. Energy, frequency, and vibration. And your hands are open. There's a healing light right in your hands. Okay. The other thing I want you to see is you're very connected to the universe. So that's not just sacred geometry over there that you've studied in some books. It's you. You're it. And you're in right relations with it through Hawaiians, we call these aka chords. Okay. And that's really important to know because I showed you, let me see if I can go backwards. Right here, create the life that you want to live because you are creating the life that you're living. Okay. That means I am 100% responsible for whatever is showing up in my life, however it's showing up. Now, that's true personally, and it's true collectively. So when we're looking out there and things are not looking that good, we have something to do with that. And if we have something to do with that, we have the power to change the whole thing. And it starts right here in this moment, making a decision of be who you is. Because if you ain't who you is who you ain't. And that's what we're seeing in the world right now. That's who we ain't. So we need more of us to make this inner commitment. Now, I don't know if you can see it very well. It's in blue. That's with your every thought. That's with your every feeling. That's with your every perception, your every story, your every narrative, the meaning that you're putting on something. We want to malama. We want to, let me take care of that. Let me just don't blurt out my opinions or even what I've been intellectually trained, conditioned to think. Let's calm down our false narratives. Every perception, every spoken word, and every performed action. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillars are how we are creating our reality. Okay. Because we are the light of the world. We are this light. We're connected. The universe always says yes. We've heard all of that. We've got to digest it now. I say truth seekers must drop the K. We must become truth seers. And the time is now. We get to walk the walk up the mountain. So I'm going to give you just, I know we don't have a lot of time. I want to give you a little sneak preview of how to begin to stand tall in dignity, open to grace, and remembering your own divine connection. And so the first thing that I teach, because I teach quantum business success to conscious millionaires. It is time. We want to take back our minds, take back our hearts, take back our health, take back our wealth, take back our future, take back our lives, and take back our power. And so these are the pearls of great price. So right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being HELL and 10 being complete bliss, what number are you? What number are you? I'm going to stop the share so I can see what numbers. Okay, you're 1, 7, 5, 7. Okay, 5. All right, let me go right back in here. Okay, oops. Dennis never say oops. Okay. If this is a power piece, it is one of those pieces that can change your life. If you are a 6 or less, do not believe your own thinking. If you're a 6 or less, do not believe your own thinking. And so that means don't make a business phone call, don't discuss important issues with family members, because we know if you are triggered, then the ego is involved, and that's edging God out. We know this, okay? But what does that really mean? It means the ego is hired to defend, justify, and attack. So if we're triggered, as much as we're good-hearted and want to be, we're in defend mode. So we aren't open to listening, okay? And the frequency vibration is a contracted one. So even though you might feel like, okay, I'm gonna go and talk about this or make these business calls, but if you're a 6 or less, aole, you don't do it because your energy goes before you. I showed you those rays go before you. And we want radiate love. We want radiance, because radiance attracts everything. So if you're a 6 or less, do not pass go. Do not collect $200 or however the monopoly goes. So what do? You go get your coils. You go shift the vibration. This is a master step. This one thing, if you are a 6 or less, do not believe your own thinking. It has saved marriages and businesses. That one principle. So here are what I have discovered in my life, and I do have a manual. You can get that on my website. Change your thinking, change your life. I've grown into change your frequency, change your life. But it's an inner movie method. It used to be of mind management, and now it is of quantum mastery. Quantum mastery. It's so exciting. And so in that, we really set right all relations. And so it's an incredible thing to do. So ancient Hawaiians know, I've talked about the quantum. The ancient Hawaiians know that we are born with a sacred bowl of light. That's the toroidal field. And we have come up in a broken society where it's been all about the pursuit of happiness. And in that pursuit of happiness, which is a mistake and an erroneous thought in the first place, we have been taught, conditioned to do, to have, to be. And honestly, that's the American dream, and there is never enough. There is always something more we need, because we do, to have, to be. And so Hawaiians understood that it's the very opposite of that the beingness is aligning with soul's purpose and fulfillment. So we get the fulfillment first, that everyone else is out there chasing and never getting. We get the fulfillment first. That's in our beingness. And this is how we can use the coils and my manual to teach you how to clean your bowl of light effortlessly. And we get good at the beingness of our toroidal field. And then we move the beingness to the have, to the do. And then the do becomes service to the world. It's so amazing, because we're all walking up this same mountain. And as a Ho'oponopono practitioner, we are taught to clean and forgive it all, clean the data that was conditioned into you. We clean it to get to our true beingness. And we set right our relations to the heavens. We set right our relations to the mind. We set right our relations to our own heart. We set right our relations to our own bodies. We set right our relations to our ohana, our family. And we set right our relations to all the service in the world. Aloha aku, aloha mai. And that is the secret of abundant flow. It is what the basketball players are tapped into when they're in the zone. It's beyond them. It's frequency. It's the mana. It is what the surfers know and connect into when they're surfing the tube. Woo! The most exhilarating ride of your life. And if you're a little bit in the head, you're off. The ocean will come and let you know you're not in alignment. Only you can change your life. And this is what you look like. That moment, this moment, when you realize that you are the most advanced quantum technology in the universe. And then we want to bring that to our chi coils. And the combination cannot be beat. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of pure love and reverence for all of life will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. This is the game we are in. This is the game we want to play. And we've come here to do it. We have all connected. This is a soul's contract for us to be in this group. And with David, with Kāhealani, with the G coils, with the light of God that cannot fail. May you deeply value, respect, and honor yourself and model that in the world. Yes. Are there any questions? Oh, now I get to see. Aloha, Art, David, Basiliki, Vanessa, Ty, Tiana, John, Marty, Mia, Michelle, Nita, Penny, John again, Jay Butita, Indarjit, Namaste, Aloha, Helena.
I need to get that figured out. Hello.
Aloha.
Um, I I got a question, and I got this answered before, but it wasn't clarified to me.
Okay. Can you
When
begin by saying I am and saying your name as you bring your mana into this sacred circle?
okay, I am uh under the restriction of some of the bad identities.
What's your name?
Oh, recall.
I am Rick.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
My question is on shielding. When we shield bad identities or things or vibrations, does that also shield in the light of who we are, what we are coming through from source or God? Or
So
does it, or is the vibration higher that it overcompensates those bad identities, energies?
so thank you for this question. It's a very good question. And what I want to share is that the Hawaiian way is that when you study with one teacher, you respect their mana'o because that's what they have learned from wherever they're standing on the mountain. And if you are with a different teacher, kumu, you also respect their mana'o from where they are standing. And theirs they may share differently because we are all on this mountain. And what I've learned in studying the different religions, there is a kindergarten level of each of those religions. There is a elementary school, a junior high school, a high school, a junior college, a college, and a professional school. And so each one of you, us, we're all at different levels on the mountain. And so what I also want to share is, and it's very Hawaiian, when you are teaching someone, depending on where they are on the mountain, you give an answer as to where they are on the mountain. And you say, this is true for now. And then as you go up the mountain, then this is true for now. So I want to qualify how I am responding to you. And I never rely on my own intellect. I ask divinity to share with me for your particular energetic signature. So what I heard is, and this is for everyone. Remember when I said that we're responsible for our narratives and our way of seeing and our way of telling the story? I support you to not use the word BAD. I support you not to see it as BAD, because the very way of seeing it as BAD creates BAD. We're frequency beings. Now, this is an accelerated answer, okay? And it's one that if you can step into it, we can free ourselves of suffering. And that's a part of what we are doing. We can free ourselves of suffering. So when we come in, that we live in a friendly universe, and that everything is happening for our best interest and highest good. So we want to align with that. So we don't want to narrate falsely from a victim identity. We want to step in, and I teach you things that I've done myself, and I've done it both ways. And when my life was in a lot of trauma, crisis, I was shocked, speechless. But my teachers told me, I expected them to come pat me on the back and support me. They said, physician, heal thyself. Whoa, I was a physician. I'm shocked. Okay. Physician, heal thyself. They didn't listen to my stories. They didn't listen to my narratives. Physician, heal thyself. And the second thing, they taught me that whatever that BAD thing is, it's great fortune. This is great fortune. And so it didn't feel like great fortune to me. It didn't look like great fortune, but I made a decision. Okay, because there are 4 quadrants. This left quadrant is what you know. The right quadrant is what you don't know. But then there are 2 more quadrants. And the lower left is what you don't know. And then there is what you don't know that you do know. So so I decided not to lean on my own understanding. I decided to go with the big boys. Okay. And so if the great beings are saying this is great fortune, I'm a march right behind them. This is great fortune. And it's not that it cleared up, excuse me, right away, but I cleared up. I took my power back and I named it great fortune. And sometimes I had to speak it out loud. This is great fortune. But as I did that, magic happened. And guess what? It became great fortune. And that's what I teach. That's this bowl of light. Hey, don't worry, don't give it opinions. Don't give it a false narrative. You stick with this, you magic. Okay. So I would say to start with the numbering system, 1 being hell, 10 being bliss, what number you are. If you are a 6 or less, do not continue the narrative. Don't believe your own thinking. Alcoholics would say, don't believe your stinking thinking. Okay. Energetically, you are under the influence of the thieves of the heart or the whispers of Shaitan. You're seeing through the glass dark. But we will continue. Keep using your coils. And if you'd like the manual that has it all, although I caution you, I don't want you to buy the manual and read it intellectually. That's why I prefer us to play together and contemplate and rearrange and write our own success story, which is right here. The very fact that you are in this circle tells me your soul's contracts. Okay. So don't worry about what the mind is doing right now. Turn within and use your coils to seek the love, the harmony, the light within you. You don't have to figure it all out right now. And if you can, it would be good to participate in my vision board master creation webinar. Let's see here. So there will be a replay, and I suggest that you be with it over and over and over again. So I want to close with a very healing, powerful call and response. It's by Mahatma Gandhi. And honestly, it's so potent that if you would just say this to yourself, looking in your own eyes every day as you use your coils, it will take you to high places. So it has hand language as well. So repeat after me. I offer you peace. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you love. I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship.
I hear your needs.
I hear your needs.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I feel your feelings.
I feel your feelings.
My wisdom flows from a higher source.
My wisdom flows from a higher source.
I salute that source in you.
I salute that source in you.
Let us work together.
Let us work together.
Much love and blessings. Until we meet again, celebrate everything.